Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This is where you get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, with news dominated by people power in Hong Kong. But first, the trade war is opening on a new front. India imposed higher retaliatory tariffs on 28 American products, including agricultural products, following the American withdrawal of a key tariff status for India. The US now has started tariff battles with 6 major economies: China, Japan, Canada, Mexico, the EU, and now India, and all have retaliated. In Hong Kong overnight, there were more huge protests, and they are shaking the Hong Kong government. This time, nearly 2 million people turned out yesterday, almost double last weekend's protest. The government apologised for the way it handled the proposed law and withdrawn it. In China, their retail sales also grew more than expected, up 8.6% in May from the same month a year ago, but that came as industrial production rose just 5% over the same period, a 17-year low, and less than the 5.4% gain expected. And taxes are not flowing into China's central government coffers as fast these days. In fact, fiscal revenue is in decline. Some of that is because of tax cuts, and year-on-year tax revenue is down 7% in May. But more concerning, their GST revenues are down an eye-catching 20% in May, the weakest level in 20 years. In the US, data out over the weekend was mixed, but dominated by good retail sales in May that were 3.2% higher than the same month a year ago. But consumer sentiment dipped, down more than 2 percentage points in a month, and actually lower than this time last year. And deep inside American businesses, things may not be so rosy. A business conditions index compiled by Morgan Stanley dropped by the most on record to its lowest since 2008. In Australia, residential auction success rates have jumped to over 65% for the first time in a year. Last week's good results follow a holiday-affected set of good results, but this one is with clear air after the Queen's birthday holiday and the RBA rate cut. There does seem to be a clear upturn in the Australian housing market. US Treasury 10-year yield is at 2.08% and almost the same as this time last week. Gold is unchanged at $1,341 an ounce. And US oil prices are little changed overnight. They are now just on $52.50 a barrel, and the Brent benchmark is on $62 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar is out of favour today at 64.9 US cents, and that's actually back to near its lowest level since October 2018. On the cross rates, we're also softer at 94.5 Aussie cents, and against the euro, we're 57.8 euro cents, and that's down 1 cent in a week. All that pushes the TWI down to 69.9. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.